We go, boys.
Allez, ouais.
Good return. It's a weary walk. It's a weary walk. Long old days, huh?
Yeah, they're all long days, aren't they? Find these places when you're here.
How's the boys done today?
Is that?
How have the boys done today, singles?
James had a good win. Played well.
Yeah.
Played well at the start, played well at the end. Recovered well from the middle against the Swiss guy, von der Schullenberg. Fairly easy match. Connor Thompson lost, he was poor.
Connor lost.
Connor lost, he was poor.
I heard him. I didn't see it, but I just heard a lot of whinging.
He was very poor.
Right. Is that normal or?
One of these guys that doesn't feel the game that well, doesn't, shanks a lot. You never know if he's going to put the ball in the court or not. And if he's not confident in terms of going through shots and playing the right way, because he can't, then he looked hopeless. And today he looked hopeless. What about you? Decent day?
Yeah, interesting. It's interesting to me because actually Anna hasn't been with us for 9 months. It's the first time I've seen her. She's been back in Greece studying, sorting things out. She's been playing, but she was 5-2 up, playing the wrong way. Thought the other girl was missing. It's quite typical in the girls, you know, you can get it. And then the other girl started finding a range, and Nana continued playing the wrong way. And it wasn't good enough just to kind of plop, but didn't recognise or have any awareness of it, and started telling herself how crap she was playing when it was 5-all, and so no, actually you've played out the same all the way through.
He's the wrong side.
Serve Jonas, and then it's the first time, so he he's done 1 week with us, but he's now full time with us. And yeah, he won, but it was he did alright, he did well mentally.
Who's he got tomorrow or Thursday?
They play tomorrow.
He plays one of the qualifiers somewhere.
Yeah, qualified I think 3rd seed really.
Yeah, okay.
Lovely forehand, but the second the ball went to his backhand, you could almost see him going, oh shit, I've got to hit a backhand here. They gained so many of them, so little. First 8 points of the match and he served.
Yeah.
He made 7 errors, lost all 8, had 7 errors on ball 3 or ball 5. Just no clarity, which is nice that we can make some differences with him. He's a good kid.
Good way to serve an ace. Good roll.
Can the net player hit that?
No.
Net player can't hit it.
No.
Because Eunice just had a bit of a go.
Had a crack at it. Yeah, I think that would cause a bit of a stir.
Yeah.
Nice idea. I don't think that's allowed.
So Finn starts tomorrow.
Okay. Who else is there? Or is he on his own?
Yeah, Porpoise is out there. So he's on his own right now, yeah. And I guess I'll be there from Friday, so.
It's interesting with him with the whole, with the whole US college stuff, because the JTC coaches, that have been with him for the last 6 months or whatever, they would swear that it's 100% he's going, and he made his mind up a long time ago that he was going. That's what they would say. I don't get that impression. I don't think that, but they know the situation better than I do. But they're convinced that was the case. And I think from their end, what pissed them off was the fact that they found out everything with them was very sneaky.
Very sneaky,
and they found it out externally. And
but even so I was in Nottingham. I guess the beauty that I had in lots of
this thing isn't on, is it? It's back in here all the time. What's going on with it? Yeah, it is on. Who's recording this?
Is like in Nottingham, so many people were coming up to him and said, "Oh, you signed with Taylor."
Yeah.
You signed with Taylor, and I was there the whole time. So he was like, and I said that night at dinner with him and his mum, I said, "Guys, you don't have to worry about any of that with me. Like that's not how I work. Like get it, it's fine. So and then they told him, and I think what it is. I think it's like this. This thing that so many players and parents build up. They used to do it with the LDA, and this is all like the LDA, the whole crap. And I think it's what they probably built up with JTC.
Yeah.
Their perception of what they think someone wants or will do, or this or will do. So then it creates you to be a sneaky bastard. And it's this whole but this whole thing for me is it's the whole dishonesty. It's this. That's the whole issue. So they spent more time in Nottingham talking about Jack Draper than they did about Finn Bass. And I was like, guys, what the hell is going on here? And I kind of observed it for a while. I'm pleased Barnstable happened, Because what happened at Barnstable, he couldn't have handpicked a better draw. So he's always, so like, they've whinged and moaned about the draw, and oh my god, Jack gets great draws, and oh my god, fucking Jack, who gives a shit about Jack? And George Lofhagen and these guys, I'm like, who the fuck, who cares about them? Like, you're employing me to push Finn Bass. I don't, like, great, Jack's great, I wish everyone else the best, whatever.
Yeah.
So Barnstable, I think what happened in Barnstable is he saw the draw and thought, fuck, I should make semis here. Because he saw that morning, I think, with Johnson loss, he literally had Kavinder to play George Houghton.
But George Houghton made semis, didn't he?
He had Kavinder to play George Houghton to play Sangara.
Yeah.
It was a British tour. So I think he looked at that, and it's this whole protection thing again. In his mind, he was in the semis. And it's like, so he gets a bad draw and he whinges about it. And he gets a good draw and he shits himself. So it's like, it's such a dangerous game, but it's, so this whole, so after that, I went to dinner again, his mum was there again, and I said, right, what the fuck, I said, I've observed you now and these are the texts you've sent me. When he went to America, I think I told you this, when he went to America, he lost to Korda. His feedback was all over him, 4-1 up. Then my knee went. Alright, okay. He was playing the next day. Then he played Ronnie Schneider. And I followed that match, did well to win the first, and broke him in a long game to break him to win the set, or held a long game of 4-0, then broke him 6-4. 40 live up first game of the second, lost his serve, broke back, 40 live up 1-0, lost his serve, 2-1 down. So there's some massive lessons in there. I'm picking these patterns up just from following his scores. The amount of times he's 30 live up and loses his serve. And his feedback after the match was, I had full body cramps. He got lucky. So I'm saying we've now played 6 tournaments and you've not given any good feedback other than an excuse. Jack, when he lost to Jack in Roehampton. Yeah, well, we went indoors, that favoured his lefty patterns. What? So I had that. I said, let's go through every match. I said, so let's take Jack. If it favours his lefty patterns, what can you not do when you play against the lefty? What do you need to improve in order to counter that? If you're that easy to put. So anyway, there has been some quite big conversations around that. I'm not saying it's going to make a difference immediately, but there's a load of bullshit excuse mechanisms that are all quite deeply ingrained. They were still trying to tell me he's not going. We don't know if he's going yet. And I said, well, that's absolutely fine. They said that he'd signed. I said, if you want my honest opinion, I think he should. You know, and I think definitely, like I say, saying on the messages the other day, for me, the way that I would look at his schedule anyway is January is probably pre-season. I don't think it makes sense for pre-season in December for him at 800. So then January, if you go to America, Jan to May, January would be pre-season anyway. Feb and March are bloody toughest groups. Then so you're really only missing 6-7 tournaments to go and play 35 matches.
Exactly.
And actually just break free from some of the shackles and the bullshit.
No-brainer for him.
It has to be.
I mean, I think they've already decided. You know, they like the idea. I think of holding on. I mean, there'll be the whole PSP thing and all that.
Yeah, so that'll be some of the game they'll be trying to play, probably.
Yeah.
You know, it's this like whole. Yeah, all I ask of them. Here we go, boys. All I've said to them, I just ask for honesty in all of this stuff. Like, it's the only way I can help you. It's the only way. You don't have the beauty of me being your one-on-one coach. It's not the situation. There's lots of other things going on. I can help you, but you have to be honest. You need to stop giving me this whole.
The thing is, you know, when you look at somebody like Finn and you think about how a player like that going to max out, you know, with his size, with his game style, and you know, he has to be an animal. He has to be someone on the court that's he's just there every ball. He's
Has to be, yeah.
footwork's so good.
Yeah.
You know, the intensity, he's just bringing it like Schwartzman style.
Yeah, absolutely.
But you know, he doesn't do that, and he's trying to play a way that almost excuses him from working that hard, and he's just not good enough to do it, and that's the issue, you know. And so, you know, whether it's trying to bluff and come forward a little bit too much, he can play to a level doing that, but you know, it's just about working every point. Hitting good forehands, good back.
But the second he goes to hit a forehand, he goes that high over the net, and then the second that he feels he needs to pull the trigger, he's literally
it's loose, isn't it? It's not bang, bang.
No.
It's like, you know, the left arm goes early,
just slash one, yeah. But even, I mean, little things. It's very early days, but eating habits aren't good. So they spend they'll quite happily spend $1,000 on a chiropractor to crack his back once a week.
Yeah.
But how about just stop drinking fizzy drinks at night? Stop because he is heavy. You know, he's not in terrible shape, but he's certainly not in great shape. You know, to link in with his game style as well.
Yeah.
You know, he's had knee problems. Well played, boys. He's had knee problems. He's had these different things. He's not in the gym. He's not carrying his weight that well in the gym. So our S&C guys always said that. You know, start with some basic stuff that costs nothing. And it's looking for the expensive, fancy thing that's going to make a marginal gain.
They've invested a hell of a lot in gear.
Like again in Portugal he was getting a bit of cooking. Second round, he was 6-2 down and he went 2-love up, played a young Spanish guy, or one Spanish guy, or anyway, good guy, good player. I think he's, anyway, I can't, off the name's gone from me, but 6-2 down, he went 2-love up, ripping the shit out of his forehand, then went 3-2 down, then pulled out. And then they paid to go to Harley Street for a wrist specialist. And I'm like, no, guys, he's alright. I promise you he's alright. This has been a lovely little excuse to get out of the duffing off the young lad. And because even speaking to him the next day, yeah, it was alright, I don't know what happened, it actually feels alright, you know. You can tell. Yeah, they've then shifted another load of money to go and do it's directed in the wrong way. And for what reason I don't know, but I think he has to get away and find himself a little bit through that stuff. I do like him, but there's a lot of barriers currently that are preventing things from happening. We did quite a good thing with him as well the last couple of weeks on, we charted he served directions in a few sets and stuff like that. It's even that he takes the easy option, so he likes to just nail it, just slash a serve. So every 30-all point, absolute slash down the tee. Absolute slash, not right out. And actually, what I learned quite quickly, he doesn't really own the wide one on the juice, so we'll have to work on that. But not, I'll go there, over the court and play, and then in a 30-all I want that easy 1-2, and that kind of that fits his whole profile a little bit right now, I think. I quite like the little bit I've seen of this boy story.
Yeah.
He looks very mature.
He's got game. He will probably go to college.
Yeah.
And I think if he gets coached well, he's got a chance. You know, he's got game. He's got good serve, good athlete. Yeah. He can hit a forehand. He's got a good back.
He's a good backhander. Yeah.
You know, he's a good lad. He's going to work hard. He's still a little bit immature in terms of game sense and playing smart and staying focused. You know, you can tell today, but he actually did a good job to find a way to win today. Because first set for periods of it, he looked, what he's doing here, mate. Do you know what I mean? He looked like a tour player. Yeah, and then completely down the pan and say double break points for 3 love down in the third, and then
Good ball.
gradually worked his way back in the match and then finished actually at a similar level to where he finished the first set, which is actually one of the first times he's been able to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
Yeah, I saw him play White House.
yeah, there you go. So I mean, that's a classic.
Yeah.
You know, he's a point away from beating White House
Yeah.
3 and 4. He goes on to win the tournament.
Yeah.
You know, he's got game. And he's a great doubles player. He won the doubles that week
Yeah,
with
he did.
McHugh. And finally the week before with Connor. It'll be a good catch for a college.
Yeah, he will.
Yeah, Chris Lewis coaches him.
Yeah.
Doing a good
And
job.
Chris is good and he's solid and he reminds me of Chris. There's that personality in there. He's just a good, solid guy. Like, no bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chris is someone who needs to be worked with some good player. He needs to have a good player or two. You know.
He's got a decent 04 as well.
Has he?
Quite raw. Hugo Cochran.
Yeah.
One of our best 04s.
Right.
He needs a bit more work.
Yeah, he's the sort who doesn't want to get lost in the system as a coach.
Yeah. Well, you know, he doesn't. I think he's comfortable doing what he's doing.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Which is.
You don't see him at tournaments.
There's jobs that have come up that he could have maybe gone for and would have had a very good shot, and he, you know, he always asking him, but he's a family man. He does what he does, you know. But that's fine, and you're right. There's still a huge place for someone like that to keep churning out a couple of juniors every few years, you know.
Yeah.
No, he's right on it. He's right on it.
Yeah, even little things like he like I'd spoken to him when I started working with Ev a few months ago, and so then he texted me yesterday. You know, he does nice little, he does stuff like that. They go a long way, those things.
Yeah.
Sorry, what's this score?
I don't know actually. I'm not sure.
I'd put it at like 5-3 or something like that first set. It's late in the first set. You away the rest of the year? You doing the American trip again?
Yeah, I'll do Florida, do her Orange Club.
With these same boys?
Similar, yeah. Yeah, Matusovic probably go on that as well.
Right.
And
Might be out there actually.
okay.
Might. With Simone.
Okay. I'll probably do Australia as well with the juniors in January.
There'll be a few of them.
Yeah, I mean, we've got a good year, Griff. I mean, I don't. Draper, Lofhagen, probably not going to play juniors next year, I doubt. Matusovic, I'm hoping will play Australia.
Yeah.
So he'll be main. Fernley, James, Harry, Connor will be borderline 5. Blue Baker, borderline. You know, we've got a few good, which is what you want.
Definitely. Chuck's doing good, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. Proper player.
He's got the pedigree. He's always. There's every now and then, I remember Broads was a bit like that, and Kedders was like that. You kind of know early, they kind of come, and even if you don't see them, you just kind of know from. You feel it even from afar. You've always had that, like, it's almost just what they are. It's just what they do. They obviously Broads hasn't quite pushed on, but he's still made a bit of a career, you know.
Well, that'll work.
And Lofhagen, he's come a little bit later, hasn't he?
He's dropped a little bit. He's dipped a bit. He's Mago now. So, yeah, it'll be interesting.
Yeah, that will be interesting. Yeah.
I mean, George is a great player, great athlete. It's tough, great defence. Yeah, he's quite down. Just like it's very negative.
Right, okay.
It's a big issue for him. For me, someone like that, it's about keeping them going, keep them going, fun, you know, because he will mature at some point. Too big for those things.
That's where the comparison thing kills players.
Yeah.
He starts comparing himself to Jack as an example.
They're all on their own
different,
journeys. Yeah, totally right.
And it's like, it just brings so much,
Yeah.
so much difficulty and so much turmoil. It's tough enough without all that other crap going on in your head.
Yeah. Putting some work in down there, Johnny. Huh?
What's going on here?
Putting a good shift in.
Tell you what, like, you've got a nice, your voice carries nicely. Genuinely, I could hear every word you were saying. Here, I promise I could. With Oscar, you were saying to him, sorry, I want you to ensure that was the first or second, let's go again, let's do that one again.
Really? Can you hear that?
Yeah.
I'm usually a whisperer. The horse whisperer.
Mate, you're getting a lot of compliments. Claire Curran gave you good compliments last week on the camp. Now Kierno.
That's it.
Setting the bar high.
Score?
I've seen
If
Johnny.
you want to take the boys back and then get out of there, I'll watch the end of this.
I'm not
Don't
bothered.
jump off there, mate.
Yeah,
It's not that bad.
to it.
I've
Come to
seen,
it by the end of the week, I'm sure.
I've seen Johnny do a best man speech. He can play this not confident and like public speaking bullshit all he wants. He gave a great best
Pops
man
it out.
speech.
Yeah.
I know, yeah.
With Hilts as well.
Yeah, I had to do with brothers as well. It's like six to 8 months of me every day of being like, I can't believe he's made me do this. It's so stressing and winding.
This is what it gets to at these tournaments. You find the ball like this and you get quite excited. I'm actually quite excited.
writing.
And I actually saw it and I actually gave it one of them, like as if it was a £10 note. You know, like no one's seen it, just in case it comes from another court.
That's the first time I knew we were using head.
That's what it gets.
I've been trying to work out what the bloody ball sponsor was all week.
That's what it comes to. Jesus, look at that.
It's incredible.
I haven't got any fluff on it and I'm excited by that ball. I'm going to keep it. Amazing.
Here we go, boys. It's amazing.
It's a beautiful place this, isn't it?
Lovely, yeah.
I like it up here.
Really like it. Yeah, it's a one I've not done. I've had sent to someone else the last few years.
You've been into the town? You had a walk around the town, Pontevedra?
Not fully, no.
Yeah, it's a nice.
Nice?
Yeah, a lot of cobbled streets, some nice little tapas bars and stuff. It's good.
I love the little Spanish town. I've learned to. I like how they do it.
Oh,
Good boy. They do some great futures in Spain. There's two. And they're in our region, so they're only like 2 or 3 hours from us.
I know what you're going to say.
Which one?
Palma del Rio?
Palma del Rio.
I've been there. 8 o'clock start.
Fantastic.
What's the other one?
And Pozo Blanco.
Yeah, I've done them both. Yeah, they're great.
Pozo Blanco used to be a challenger, I think.
Yeah,
But they've
good.
kind of kept that like local, it's the big event in the town thing. So Pozo Blanco this year, it was only 15,000.
Yeah.
And honestly, there was 600 people watching on Sunday Go.
Been worth it,
Incredible. Palma del Rio must have been. Ev played been a good player there. And he must have, a Spanish guy, they must have by the end had 700-800 people on the Sunday Go. Amazing.
I was telling Johnny about those tournaments. It's literally like ghost town, isn't it? 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It's so hot.
So hot, yeah.
Matches start at 8.
Man, it was. I actually we drove. I finished my day of work at like 7:30, and then I said to my team, I said, "Anyone fancy? I'm going to go watch one more day." I'm not just around the corner. It's a 3-hour drive, and like so, Nige Beavers came, and then one of my fitness coaches came. They were like pumped, and Ev was playing at 10:30. So off we went, got there like 9:45, 10 o'clock. He then finished and he beat, what's the name of the guy he beat? Anyway, the guy he beat, it was a good win, the guy's like 280, 290 maybe. And he played great, we were buzzing, you know, like a real team environment because we were there together, and you know, we don't get to see him play that much, so you really appreciate the help. And so we're sitting there having like, as all you read in Spain is like a big get, and that's all there was in this tennis club. And Ev was over doubles. His starting time with doubles was 1 a.m. And we made the ridiculous decision to stay for doubles. So we're now sat there watching the doubles. Came off at 2:28 a.m.
And drove back.
Drove back.
Brilliant.
Drove back. Got like 5:30 in the morning. Got real camaraderie doing it. It was nice. It was nice doing it.
And then it's just surreal, actually. It's like midnight. The restaurant is packed, isn't it? All the locals are there. They're waiting, and then sort of 1 o'clock it starts to gradually disperse, but not all of a sudden. The kids are still running around. And you're like,
Start, boys. Yeah, it's like. I mean, it's regular, yeah. I mean, especially in those summer months, it's regular that our kids will be up till 12, 1 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, I mean, it's just how it is. It just is. People say about the siesta. The issue I had, the siesta doesn't happen. So then you're up till then, and then your kids are still up till 7. Then you're at work, and then you work all day in the episodes. But it is, I like it.
Yeah.
When they get knackered.
So how many, what's your standard day? Have you got a standard day?
We run from 7:30 till 7:30. And we have sessions running all day, non-stop, and then it just depends. I mean, not all the coaches are doing every session, but it's pretty intense.
What do you do, like themes for the week or something?
Yeah, well, the way that the way I've set it up is we do academy-led sessions and then individual-led sessions. So Monday morning will always be numbers. So rhythm and timing, finding your high, finding your. Monday afternoon will be specifics out the basket, which will be in line with individual plans. Tuesday morning's individual work. Tuesday afternoon is always tactical work on shot 0 to 4. So circular ball patterns, return patterns. Wednesday morning is a skill session. If we've got some of the pro guys in, they'll do their own session, but from our academies, across the academy, we're kind of 12 to 18 year olds. So it might be feelings on the slice, it might be feelings on volley, it might be whatever, you know, different movement on. Then Wednesday afternoon always doubles. So Wednesday is kind of a lighter day, because we link the S&C into that as well. And then Thursday morning individuals again. Thursday afternoon competition sets in line with a certain theme, and then Friday morning match preparation with your individual coach, and Friday afternoon full match, which all actually we're feeding into the UTR as well. So yeah, so I'll plan the academy level sessions and have a kind of progressive plan, and then a lot of it's then in line with the individual plans. So that's kind of where it works well. It's taken me a long time to get to that simplicity. I've tried like so much complex shit. Fucking spreadsheets come out of my arse and different stuff, but actually the reality is coaches don't always look at it, and coaches don't want to be that dictated to either.
Oh my God!
As long as they know, and then you coach the athlete you've got on the day at least, but you've got an idea if you want to be getting these things in. But that works well actually. And then we have loads of individual slots across and then with the individual slots, the coaches book in a fitness coach. So like when I do the schedule the week before, if you were coaching, you would say, right, I'm coaching Nick on Tuesday. Can I have a fitness coach come on to do a bit of integrated work? I want them to have a look at whatever, movement out right to the forehand, and the fitness coaches will then come on. They're really good. I've got 2 really good fitness coaches. Really good. My head guy is an absolute gem. I don't even want to tell anyone about him. No, he's actually from Sunderland, but he's absolutely brilliant. Brilliant. But because he's from Sunderland, no one knows about him. He's kind of like, and he's just like, he's a good guy. But he's worked with tennis players in the North East for 12 years, so he knows tennis very well. Yeah, full time. And then my other fitness coach started shagging one of the Panna, the Hungarian girl, the coach for 2 years. So Panna was doing great. She went like from 90 to 12 ITF in 6 months when she was with us. And then she went from 0 to 310 WTA in 12 months. And then I was away with her last October. And like, my relationship with her was good. You coach someone who does it works. Sometimes you still do your best job as a coach, but you're not quite. I was like, sum it up here. She beat a girl 1-10 first round of 25. And then in the quarter she was playing Danilovic, who's now this young girl who's brought up on me. And she was 5-2 at first set. She was just playing great, like really, really, really high level. Then she choked that match a little bit. And then, because she spent so much time with him, I was like, there's something not right with her. We went to like another tournament next week. And I'm picking up vibes, and I'm picking up a vibe that she maybe fancies an older man, like just hearing her talking with the other girls. And I was like, I've got a young S&C coach who's like 24, 25, good looking dude, and I thought, fuck, I know what I'm starting to sense something here. So I went to my head S&C coach and said, look, watch him run. We need to watch this carefully. Panna, the one issue with Panna, she likes Shakira, and she likes her boys, she likes her men, and that was always the one thing that I knew was going to be quite hard to manage with her. And anyway, so this happened. I'm then watching it, and she was then like, I felt like I'd completely lost her in that November. I wasn't getting, and it was out of nowhere. I was like, what's going on? So then I sent my head S&C coach with her to India for 2.5 weeks, and she won like 6 games in 3 weeks. Completely random. And it came back in the January, did a pre-season, and in the pre-season she put in a great pre-season, but the head of the S&C coach was literally on the court the whole time. I think this is really weird. So then I go to Budapest for the WTA, and she's requested, I didn't think at first, but it all makes sense now as I tell the story. She requested that the head S&C coach went, and I wanted to give him the experience of being in the WTA, so I said, okay, I'm happy for it to happen. She played Beckett, she lost in a close match, and during that week I said to Vicky, my wife, I said, there's something going on here. There's something serious. He thought about it as well. I said, there's something going on. I feel like a gooseberry from the time I turned up. So the next Monday when I got back, I said to my head S&C coach, I said, are you going out with Pam? And he started crying and said, yeah. I said, okay, well, it's immediate dismissal. They all know I'm very strong with all my guys. Immediate dismissal on it. So that was him done. And then I let it settle for like 2 or 3 weeks. And then I'd made my mind up I couldn't coach Panna if she was with him. So it just wouldn't work. Just wouldn't have worked. So I'd said to her and they tried to kind of cover it off and pretend it wasn't going on anymore. So I knew that it was, so then I stopped coaching her. That was in the third time. What's that? This year, yeah. In February, I said, look, I said, for your own career, there's this weird triangle happening here. I said, you've hardly won a match in 3 months. You've been very different. It's not working, and it's only going to get worse.
How's she done since?
She's down to 500. She's lost Love and Love twice in the last 3 months. he's completely fucked her development.
Old shit.
Well, when it started to go long story short, it had been going on for 3 months. So that was the link.
So you'd asked him before something, so like,
You know about the other guy?
the other guy.
I said watch it because I know my player. There's something going on here. She was 18, just turning 19 when it started. 30. That's cool. At the red. You just started it with that. Lovely that. Don't love it. Got a bit of mature to do, but just turned 17. Got decent forehand. Dicky backhand. British guys in general, they're all very well. I definitely notice it as well at these tournaments. Same way, in general, the British guys do volley well. And
Is that just grown up playing a lot?
I don't know, because obviously I'm British and very proud to be British, but when I'm at tournaments I'm not used to seeing loads of British players all the time, and it always hits me they can all it always hits me that they can all volley nearly all. When you look at some of these guys don't know how to bloody hold it, like killing the ball at this level. Hold it here somewhere.
I think we're out here. Your boys will break up here. Second.
They broke it, yeah.
I think they broke. I don't think they've lost serve. So I'm going to say
3-1.
4-2.
They broke this end. They've played 4 games already. Good hit, good boy.
I think 3-1.
Good boy.
يلا 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 هاي
See what I mean?
مين
He's British, what I mean?
معلش شو يصير اوه
Good move, good move.
ومين علي علي
He's flitted in and out of French and Arabic.
ومين ومين
I'm happy actually. I love playing. Terrible calf. So that's the problem with my calves and my Achilles, both. I play 5-a-side every Wednesday night. In the last 2 weeks I've like been brought my legs to a break. There's some pain in the difference. I've got no idea why.
It's okay.
Yeah, but for the 2 months before that now I couldn't walk on the football pitch because it was so painful. So I was just
It'll be hard. Plan to go 4 or 5 days.
Yeah,
I think, yeah. I'm trying to get a 3 days maybe at Saddlebrook before practice, try and get a deal with them, get a good rate.
Okay.
It makes sense because the clients can't get. We've used that before and they gave us a pretty good rate there. So maybe fly Wednesday, train there Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday morning and then move across.
Yeah.
Ready for Monday start at Eddie seems to make sense. And then as soon as the guys are done in Eddie we'll get out of there and go over to Plantation. And, I think that's the
How many
plan.
guys? So
How many?
3-4 days.
I think definitely 3. and then it would depend on Harry and potentially one more. I think max 5. Between 3 and 5.
You just got me.
Do you write all of it? Do you write all this?
No, not all of it. I think I wrote the welcome. Thank you. Yeah, absolutely.
No, I'm giving that. Awesome.
My Moroccan boys have absolute fire in the bellies right now. They're on the top. Yeah, it wasn't a good move, that one. I'd love to spend a bit of time with picking your brains on the double stuff. I've got, I don't know, I never did with Louis. I stopped playing 3 months before Louis came in. I've watched a lot of it, but it's still, I'd love to know like a bit more on the percentages and stuff, like, even though.
He's always about 5%.
But like even like I did a session with guys, I actually spoke to stuff all the other night, so I was doing a session with the guys on serve direction. What percentage do you think in doubles, I don't know if the stats are out there, of serves go T?
I don't think that's a norm.
No.
I don't think so.
But if you, as a service team, obviously there's so many percent of whatever balls go through the middle of the court. It's quite a high percentage.
Yeah.
Scuppel, because Ken was saying that James will always serve to like 80% T on the juice.
Well, he just
On the juice and do I.
Yeah.
But I would have thought it was quite a high percentage T. It's more body. Or not. Or do you think wide juice as prominent? I know it depends, it always depends, of course.
It's just James.
Yeah.
Juice. Like you go through it. You kind of know it's coming, but he hits it.
Yeah.
You've got so many guys that serve and stay back now.
Yeah, that's true.
And you know, on this side they're going to go more wide and then just sit for the forehand and rip forehands.
Yeah.
So I think maybe the serve volley is probably a high percentage T maybe. I mean, like say definitely on high, but serve and stay back, I'm not for sure.
So many staying back there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Most of these guys are ripping forward. Unless you air shot. So what was the 5 out of 7 for
Oh, that's just like 30%.
Right, okay.
How he play tomorrow, Peter?
Sorry?
How he play tomorrow?
No.
Just, yeah.
No. What are the ones like so like Henry and John, what did they want from you?
It's good for him to get it off.
Oh no. Getting dumb. Giving this light, giving the torch light from the plane.
that guy, yeah.
Like,
Yeah. And what stuff?
That's in there.
That's brutal.
So what was John saying that he wants from you? What's the style of the kids?
Yeah, what does he do?
Played a classic of that, Josh.
I don't say anything because it's then he comes out and then he's got something to play.
Josh wanted to play against the guy who you in college and had a grip like that. So me and Lloyd got the information beforehand that that's why he does it. So I said, look, he's going to struggle. Don't think this is goal, but when he presses, he'll struggle a bit on the shot. That's right. So anyway, 6-2, 4-2 up. He's come to the net 27 times a year. He's won 26 times. Guy's not hit a short pass goal like that. So it's fucking goal. So 60-40 is 30-40. Josh comes in on the bang now. He hits a short angle pass. I'll win it. Short angle winner. You go, boys. He takes his racket. Turns around. Good information. Really good information. Thanks for that. He's worked beautifully for 26 times. Gotta be so careful getting some information. Here we go, boys, come on. So, okay, boys, here we go. We'll take them up and win this one. Absolutely one of the two he wins. I think well, especially a set set. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. This is
Excellent.
grande. It's decent colour. It's one way to deal with these squats, isn't it? Decent minutes out, guys. It's the last match of the day. What's that? Good effort, bud. Here we go. Yeah, we were here in the 7:15 going away, so we don't. Standard there. Here comes Oscar, lighting the day up. So easy smash. Great smash, that's great shot. Good again, great get. Well, fire boys, cool. Very big. Come on! Get in the faces, boys. Here we go. Slap the ball. Not fun. Just.
Ready.
Down. Very up the break. Yeah. Percentage. You're on it, mate. You're on it. Looks like someone from St. Paul or someone who does a cross range.
Ready.
It's juice there. Must be.
You're not wrong, yeah.
The buses are so strong.
Ready, yeah.
I mean, it's good things. They're like 12. They can only take 12 people at the moment. That's good.
Probably better. Eunice, score on the second. One settle.
That's super tight, bro.
Yeah, super.
Oh, really? Huh?
Trying to miss the bus.
Did you?
Yeah, there's literally no space on the bus.
Oh, right.
They're completely full.
It's alright, we'll be out there.
Are we going straight after it's done?
I think so, yeah. We'll get back, don't we?
What are we doing for dinner tonight? Are we eating at the hotel? Because did you hear what's for dinner today?
Yeah, you'd like that, wouldn't you, after yesterday?
Squid stew.
Well, yeah, you were all over squid yesterday, weren't you?
I'm not looking like I'm not really. The hotel food's not really inspiring at the moment, especially because the guy the Doug guy who I was supposed to play doubles with, he got food poisoning from that food. Yeah.
Did he?
Yeah.
What was it last night?
Do you know Nick David Iono from Romania? He was playing against Connor Thompson, the one-handed shooter.
Okay.
Yeah.
He got food poisoning.
Yeah, yesterday.
He was for sure it was from the hotel restaurant.
Yeah, that's what he said for sure. Yeah. He said it was. He knew what it was from as well. You know the beef yesterday.
Yeah.
I didn't. Yeah, the beef knuckle. Yeah, or whatever it was. Yeah.
Pete's got
My stomach.
yeah, stomach steel, and it. Yeah, nothing gets through that. He's been everywhere, hasn't he? Plenty of times. Got every bug under the sun in that gut of his. Takes care of everything.
Yeah.
I'm generally all right. Actually, food.
Have you actually eaten in the hotel yet?
Yeah, first night.
One
First night we were out there.
First and only night.
Then we knew not to do it again. No, it was fine. I thought it was fine.
So did I. I thought it was alright.
Where we? Oh yeah.
I think we didn't. Felix hates fish, so he didn't eat it yet.
Felix hates what? Fish.
So,
There's always one of them, isn't there, around?
Did you find a good Italian restaurant?
Yeah. Just round the corner.
Yeah.
what was the price? What was the? Was it expensive or not? I didn't really look at the.
Yeah, it's pricey. Huh?
Yeah.
I don't know what the bill was. I mean, those starters were like 10.
Yeah, I know. I thought that was quite expensive. But then the mains were only about literally the same price.
But yeah.
You're gonna run back there?
What's that?
You're gonna run? have a run back to the top?
Definitely not.
It's a bit annoying how far the toilets are away from the court. They're so far away.
Oscar, do you have anything positive to say, or are you gonna just
Bush there, isn't it?
are you just going to fill us with negatives over here? Last match of the night, mate. Come on, let's have a bit of positivity, yeah?
Yeah,
Bloody buses leaving without your
that's
toilet
the theme of the
smell,
week
yeah.
now, isn't it? Positivity.
Negativity.
Come on, Os. Come
No,
on.
positivity.
Is this actually being streamed? Is it
I
actually?
hope not.
That's what I've been saying about you. I hope it's not your camera, is it? Although I might set one up actually tomorrow. Get all sorts of combo. Especially the last match doubles.
Yeah, exactly.
10 o'clock at night.
You've been here for 12 hours and the rest.
It's great that Ryan Anderson played tonight. Singles.
Oh, yeah.
And he said to me, ignore me, like I'm a dick, really, ignore me, I'm on call at 6:30 in the morning. He was told, I'm so tired.
Are you here next week as well? Yeah, so he's got here for the whole 2 weeks.
All 2 weeks.
Who else are you with?
Well,
Harry,
that's
Elmo?
John Henry, he was like,
Price I hand them
he was
on.
always afternoon cracky.
Is that the girl who Elmo was, I think,
Next
hitting?
week, Gustav Ström's coming.
Oh, okay.
It's boring.
Yeah, I'd like to get to the boring part, but I'm not been there for a long
Yeah,
time.
well, that's the difference, yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I
literally.
think,
Pre-quality.
yeah, but it gets to a point where
We'll
it's
stock them up.
Is that the 500?
what we do.
Yeah,
Not
I took it.
Is it
Yeah.
250?
You know what I mean?
When
Yeah.
does that
Not
start?
getting anything from it.
I can see that.
Oh, it
yeah.
starts
So
at
if you
2.
qualify,
What, if he pre-qualies or qualies?
it's pre-qualified.
But if
They
he...
play, I think it was 12 players playing for
One
one
travelling
spots.
like
Two?
2 spots.
Oh,
In
wow.
the qualis.
Oh,
To
wow.
the qualis.
But how did they do that?
it's very
It's
strenuous.
terrible, man.
It's strenuous. The racketing.
No, but how does 12 go to 2?
It is,
Bye.
trust me.
4 guys.
Oh, there are 4 buys you want.
I reckon I could do it for 6 months.
Yeah, I reckon.
Come on, guys. Let's go. Let's go, Harry. Come on.
Funny how that goes. Just slice it. This is our video, guys. And do video from Instagram. I don't know. You watch really good with shopping.
Where's the Proclamo Open game played?
Like the editing.
Colombia. Have you been there?
Is that the one where they have the grade 1 14? I haven't been there, but...
What's that idea?
Great shot.
He's 42. Good coach. Really good
So
coach.
cold now.
Another one from Sunday to the morning.
So cold.
Hit high.
Come on.
I think so. That's nice. To be honest,
I keep trying to go. I think I was in.
seems like a nice coach.
Yeah.
Switch to good second serve. I'm going to settle this week. Random, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
How big is the quality also the main thing? Not pre-qualies or qualifying for? How big is the qualifying for? It's
I would be worried about that.
16 and
Try
for
that
how
for a
many
few days.
qualifiers for? 4.
2 matches.
Yeah.
He's tall still. It's a long way back as well. There's nowhere to be seen there. He was nowhere to be seen there. He was so far back. Here we go, boys.
2 apiece.
Yeah. It's basic wireless. Yeah, they are lifted.
It's good first one.
I used to like that first volley on the back hill. Okay. Good unit.
What's the score?
Good shape. Good shape to the bottom.
Next time they 4.
Crack of it. Decent career from Bill. Yeah.
French.
That's really good. Scopo's having a little run. Here we go, boys. The 40s. Come on, here we go. What's in there? It's like 40s. And then the grass.
And you think you'd be alright in stadiums and stadiums.
And Salisbury also is good work. You know, could be a bit. You move. Put the racket in it. So it's not volley, maybe a bit ridiculous after that point. Especially if you go to volley. Jesus Christ. Stars all over this match. Dreams just all over this match.
7-5.
Let's go. Come on, man.
Nowhere for Jonas to go over. It's like literally nowhere to go. Comes That comes down to trouble.
That's right to put hands up.
Come on! Dickhead! Come on!
Yeah, I mean, it's a nice idea. Good So, not the prince. Oh, such what a racket. Yeah. Used to get done much of I get to it. The drinks quicker than.
You go! Come on! Let's go! Come on! Come on, you got it.
What was that? What?
Come on.
Sending the Charlie the quickest chords ever and someone enjoying kind of two man and everyone feels it blowing sets. Just watch the double and then on so
Yeah! Come on.
follow that up with
Almost there.
yeah, little goal
You have that.
Yeah, inside of the line.
Inside.